How'd you like to work full-time for the Justice Department?
I found her diary underneath the tree and started reading about me. The words she'd written took me by surprise. You'd never read them in her eyes. They said that she had found the love she'd waited for. Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it. Then she confronted with the writing there, simply pretended not to care. I passed it off as just in keeping with her total disconcerting air. Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it. And as I go through my life, I will give to her my wife all the sweet.
Why do you watch that?
Music is an international language.
And started
It transcends all boundaries, political, philosophical, ideological.
began to stick
Yes, it extends a common hand to all peoples.
her meaning now.
Besides, I think they're very good.
And as I go through my life, I will wish for her his wife. All the sweet things she can find. All the sweet things they can find.
Thank you all very much. It was a great audience. Thank you.
I know you've been taken, afraid to hurt you. You fight the love you feel for me instead of giving in. But I can wait forever for helping you to see that I was meant for you and you for me. So remember, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you, goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. Though we may be so far apart, we still would have my heart. So forget your past, 'cause now you're all my life.
Okay, fellas, let's move it, huh? Come on, we've got to hit that airport. David, where you been? We've got 15 minutes to get to the airport. That's with the police escort.
That little girl I had to say goodbye to.
always do. We'll be waving the flight goodbye unless we get moving. Now, come on.
Okay.
Welcome to Hawaii, David.
Hey, good to see you there, Tom.
Good
All
to
right.
see you. Listen, the driver will take care of the stuff.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now we got to fix up for you to go through the baggage bay because there's a whole bunch of fans waiting up there on the upper level. Why don't you wave to them and say hello?
Hi.
Come see the show.
Listen, we
How
got
are you?
problems. One of our speakers is missing, one of the new Series G Transonics. Now, it could have been stolen either here or back in Russia.
Oh, man, we got to get that back. I mean, do we call the police?
No, listen, that'll be too sensitive. I've got a State Department number I'm supposed to use in case something like this happens. I'll see you later.
Okay. All right, come on with me, David. Come on this way.
Haven't give you any idea what this is all about?
You mentioned bread.
Ah, maybe we're getting a raise.
I doubt it.
I'd like you to meet Frank and Joe Hardy. They're also at the Justice Department. Frank, Joe, Paul Owen.
Hi, how are you? This is David Gates.
Hi, David. Nice to meet you.
I'm road manager and foreign liaison to David and his group.
What's the problem?
An expensive speaker is missing from that case. We think stolen.
Joe.
I don't know how it could be missing from this end. We have a very tight security system here.
Well, apparently not tight enough.
The speaker also could have been stolen before this case arrived in Hawaii. Perhaps departure from Russia.
Gentlemen, I'd like to suggest we continue this discussion someplace where it's more private, huh?
Just as long as I get my speaker back.
David Gates and bread. Well, I first had the pleasure of introducing to Hawaii audiences some years ago. Now, they've just returned to the United States after a very, very successful tour of Russia. How about a big island aloha for David Gates and bread?
The last train to Sancho Bay. Had my mind to dance the night away. Experimented with that cognac high. When in France you give everything a try. Soon the crowd dwindled down to two. And now it's all around me and you. Just smiled and friendship took my hand. Spoke the words, I tried my best to understand. You're telling me, chez moi, ce soir, Russia est terminée. Au moins, rester toujours ensemble. You're telling me, come with me tonight, but last for
bread isn't the only thing on the menu tonight.
She could be here. Her hair a different color, combed differently, new makeup, new clothes. It's hard to find her in this crowd.
Then how do you suggest we proceed?
The group is the key. She had to leave the country with them. She will somehow try to make contact with them. And we will stay close to them.
Hey, Joe, you're gonna miss the party. All the guys are already up at the hotel. What's going on?
When did you buy these speakers?
Just before our European tour, about 9 months ago.
Did you buy them all together or did you get them separately?
All at the same time. Why?
Well, it's funny. These three have consecutive serial numbers. This one's different. I played a hunch and called the manufacturer. This is a different model.
What are you trying to say?
This speaker came off the assembly line while you were still on tour. This is not the speaker that was stolen from you. Look at these marks. They're made real symmetrically, like with a knife, like somebody got out here and just tried to make it look old. I think I have a pretty good idea who's behind this.
Excuse me, sir. Are you David Gates?
Yeah?
Of course. I'm Vladimir Christovan. I represent the Soviet Union. Is there a quiet corner here where we can talk?
The Soviet Union? Well, I don't know what you want.
Well, we can either talk here or somewhere else. The choice is yours.
We can talk out there.
Surely. I would like to talk to him privately.
What's this all about?
It's about a girl named Marla Vishenko. I believe you made her acquaintance when you were in the Soviet Union. I believe she defected to the West with your help.
I don't know where you're getting your information, pal, but...
Mr. Gates, the information I have is accurate. I don't know what your motivation was. I hope it was personal and not political. Now, you've put that girl in a very vulnerable position. As the daughter of an important general, General Vishenko. She carries a head filled with secret information. Very secret. Am I making myself clear?
I understand what you're saying, but we had nothing to do with Marla Vishenko. If she skipped the country...
Then she had outside help. If not yours, then that of your friends. I want you to impress upon her that it's important to come to me and give herself up before it's too late. You must understand, she's our countrywoman. We wish her no harm. I'm staying at this hotel, Suite 409. I want to hear from you within 24 hours. Enjoy your party.
that all about? And who was that guy?
A Russian agent. He's here looking for a girl who's supposed to have defected.
What girl?
You remember that pretty little girl you tried to do a number on in Moscow, Marla Vichenko?
Sure.
Just what did you two talk about over those dinners you had?
Oh, no, now, wait a minute. I was just showing her some down-home hospitality. It didn't include defection. Besides, anyway, Larry took her out, too.
Well, hey, it never got heavy.
Well, if you don't know anything, I better start talking to a couple of guys who do. All right, which one of you guys is going to tell me what's been going on around here?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Marla Vichenko.
Who?
Marla Vichenko. It's a girl all of a sudden I'm accused of helping get out of Russia.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, David, have a seat. Please, sit down. You're telling us you're being accused of masterminding a defection?
Well, they think it's me or one of the other guys in the group.
Well, who's doing the accusing?
Well, Mr. Kristovin, who represents the Soviet Union. He just came up to me at the party tonight.
Do you know this girl, Marla?
Oh, sure, we know her. I mean, she came around a lot on that Russian tour, but none of us got that friendly.
Where can we find this Kristovin?
He's up at our hotel in Suite 409. Let me tell you, he's got some very heavy people around him, and he means to get that girl back.
Well, we'll take care of it. Really, go on to the hotel and relax.
All right. Hey, what about the Russian Secret Services camping on my doorstep?
Look, I told you, we'll take care of it.
Well, I'd sure appreciate that.
We'll take care of it?
I think we've just found the answer to our breadcrumbs.
Mr. Gates. Mr. David Gates.
We'd like to speak to you a moment, please. I'd stop if I were you.
Mr. Gates. I would not like to cause any unnecessary commotion.
Mr. Gates.
That's right.
We want to talk to you, Mr. Gates, about a matter of the greatest importance to both of us.
Oh, sure. Let's go up to my suite.
Right here will be fine. I think you know what we want. You're going to help us.
Well, look, I told your man at the party tonight. I had nothing to do with Marla Vichenko. I only met her a few times with the group. She just likes our music.
What did you promise her to induce her to betray her country? Her own father, the principles.
I didn't promise her anything. How many times do I have to tell you guys?
I know what you told my superior. His instincts are usually infallible. But there are times when even the sharpest intellect is dulled by age, regret. It's a sad thing to watch. You'll find my method much more direct. Tell us where Marla Vichenko is.
David, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the next time you ask the government for protection, you should choose 2 more experienced agents.
Well, you guys can't follow me around 24 hours a day. Usually I can take care of myself. But there were 6 of them.
Was it Kristovin?
No, I didn't see him. It was that younger guy with him. I don't know his name.
Did you convince them that you don't know anything?
I couldn't tell. I just came back and called you guys.
Well, you did the right thing. I'll make sure that some men are assigned to you for the rest of your stay in Hawaii.
We'll see you tomorrow night at the concert.
Hope you feel better. You stay here tonight. Tomorrow we'll find out whether or not Paul was telling the truth. We'll make arrangements for you to attend the Bread concert. If they play a special song, Goodbye Girl, in the third spot, then come backstage. It means we've made arrangements for you both to escape.
And if they don't play it, that means it's a trap. You should get out of there as quickly as you can.
You would do this for me?
Yes.
There are thousands of people out there. You think the Russians will spot her?
I hope not.
We'll know if we're doing the right thing when we talk to Owens. If he levels with us, we'll go through with it. If he doesn't,
It's over.
you sure you have it straight?
Yeah, if everything's okay, I play Goodbye Girl in the third spot.
Right. And if we decide we can't trust Owens, stick with everything I own.
Got it. Where'll you be so I'll know?
We'll be right here on the side of the stage. Remember, up or down.
Live or die, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
I was hoping I wouldn't see you here tonight.
Did you really have any doubts?
No. And may I be the first to wish you bad luck.
You're not the first. Bad hunting to you as well.
No, I just wish there was a way for us to get out of this one.
So do I. How often have we stood opposite each other on a battlefield hoping the same thing?
I haven't really thought much about that until recently. What do you think? Age? Enlightenment?
A little of both.
Speaking of which, where's that vigorous young friend of yours?
Kaligin. Oh, he's out proving himself, no doubt.
You'd better warn him not to prove himself while he's within the territory of the United States.
Warn him. He's very much the way we used to be at his age. He knows no fear.
Excuse me.
Who draws the crowd and plays so loud, baby? It's the guitar man. Who's gonna steal the show? You know, baby, it's the guitar man. He can make you love, he can make you cry. He will bring you down.
I'm telling you, Frank, for the first time in my life, I feel afraid. Everything's coming down on me.
You know you brought it on yourself. Whatever happens, you're gonna have to live with it.
Yeah, I'd give my life to do it over.
Would you?
Yeah.
What would you change, Paul?
Well, I would have been totally upfront with her and told her everything so she could have handled whatever happened. Right now, this place is crawling with KGB and our guys, all looking for one thing, Marla.
There may be a way out of this, Paul.
Frank, you're in up over your head on this. There's no way out, especially for Marla.
She wants to be with you, Paul. She wants to go away with you.
Are you serious?
Right now, tonight. Right in the middle of the concert.
We've got it all set up.
Look, I've been involved in so many games I can't tell the real thing from a fantasy anymore. Are you both telling me you know where Marla is?
Yes. We can put it together. Have you told us everything? The real truth about this whole story?
Everything.
Even down to warning Marla away from your own agents?
That's one of the things that really impressed us. The fact that you'd stick your neck out like that to save her.
Come on, I couldn't let anything happen to her. How do we get her out of here?
We'll get back to you.
The voice begins to falter and the crowds are getting thin. But he never seems to notice he's just got to find another. place to play.
Thank you.
Still didn't tell us the truth.
Yeah, at least we know he's still playing games with us.
I'm sick of it. You know, we almost made the biggest mistake of our lives.
Our lives? What about the girl? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. We'd like to do a song for you now that I wrote in memory of my father. He was a very kind man, taught me an awful lot about music.
Listen, there's one more thing about warning Marla. Our agents are coming to pick her up at the beach.
Hope you like it as much as I do. It's called Everything I Own.
It was part of the game plan. Hammond set it up to convince her I was on her side. What he didn't know was that I had intended to tip her off anyway.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
It's hard to stop lying once you start. You seem convinced that because I love her, I'd warn her. I was afraid you'd change your mind.
We did. The wrong way.
You've got to stop Marla from leaving.
What it's up.
David.
You sheltered me from harm.
Tell you what I'm going to do instead. Have you heard the song Goodbye Girl?
Okay, the truck's right outside.
And Marla?
She's ready to go. She's in position.
What about the KGB?
It's okay. They're sitting there in a parked car. They can't miss her.
What are you doing? Trust us.
For me. So remember goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. Though we may be so far apart, you still would have my heart. So forget your past, my goodbye girl, 'cause now you're home.